The KCPD is working to improve community relations while helping families affected by tragedy at the same time. And only on 5, our Joe Chiodo has one family story of unimaginable loss and the unexpected help that they found by their side.
And they said, we need a white shirt. I said, I think my husband's got one he doesn't need.
In East Kansas City at the Speedy Cleaners off 48th and Independence.
Morning, Patrick Bird.
The KCPD East Patrol officers count on Joyce Jones when they're in need.
So many years, right?
That's right.
Much like she counts on them. This past March, Officer Patrick Bird had just bought a special suit. He needed it pressed.
Tell him to bring it to me. Come on.
That suit and Joyce's husband's shirt weren't for him, but for someone neither of them have ever met.
He used to sing a song to me. We used to always tell him to be quiet. Then when you tell him to be quiet, he sing louder.
This is Tyler Hawkins.
I had texted him, and he had told me that he was on the bridge.
On March 4th, Leslie Hawkins dropped everything.
I gotta get to him quick so I can talk to him. That's when it happened.
Kansas City 911, call taker 95.
Yeah, there is a gentleman laying in the middle of I-70.
She saw her son.
Here's the police right here now.
Did they see him?
And held her breath.
Was he just standing on the shoulder, or what was he doing?
It looked like he was walking across the top, and he looked over the top, and for some reason he fell over. I don't know.
18-year-old Tyler Hawkins didn't fall. He jumped.
That was my son.
Mental illness turned his dreams of a music career into his mother's permanent nightmare.
He's your own flesh and blood. He impacted me every day.
Mom was hugging me, telling me I was fast and that it wasn't my fault, and I was telling her it's not her fault.
Sergeant John Beck says he's thought about it every day since.
I missed him by 4 inches.
Officer Eric Byers was there too.
Oh, man, it was emotional. It was emotional for me. They were, crying and, just didn't know what next steps to take and what to do.
And that's when these officers realized there was a big need.
I called Trina Miller, the social worker from East Patrol.
As part of a new program, KCPD hired its first social worker.
To be able to come in a time of need and take some stress off of a family.
A year later, Trina's responded to 500 calls, working to get families whatever they need.
Myself and Trina learned that they needed a suit in order to bury Tyler, so we immediately went shopping.
We all chipped in to help pay for the funeral, pay for whatever expenses the family needed at the time.
The officers attended Tyler's service and continue attending to Tyler's family today.
I just miss my son.
While they can't ever bring Tyler back, the unexpected help from police through this new program is bridging a gap and offering new perspective.
They just don't stop crime. They actually help when stuff like this happens.
Well, I find myself these days giving a little bit more than I would normally do.
Including the shirts off their own backs when families need it most.
He was a kind-hearted person.
In Kansas City, Missouri, I'm Joe Chiodo, KCTV5 News.
There is now a designated social worker at all KCPD stations. They say that mental illness is a contributing factor in about half of the cases that they work.